Father God, Holy Spirit, please show me the message that needs to be told, the story that needs to be told for my collective, those that are tuning in, those that randomly find this channel. The song, this might be something about a big man, like someone tall, like tall, strong, tall, dark, and handsome kind of thing. I'm hearing that big boy song in my head. Okay. What energy do we have, Spirit? So there's some sort of truth being exposed here. Two of Wands and the Six of Feathers. Okay. What is my collective going through right now? What is the energy that is crossing them or interfering right now? What's the blockage? The blockage is the Seven of Coins. That's so funny. That's actually really funny. And what is the best interest? What is in the best interest? Three of Grains. Okay. What is in the best interest? What is the mirrored energy of this best interest of the Three of Coins? What is the mirrored energy? Ten of Coins. Wow. So the mirrored energy to the Three of Coins is going to... Oh, I'm getting the chills. Okay, you guys. So, collective. You had some sort of vision, some sort of insight. You got this download from God, from Holy Spirit. You saw it. It was a true vision. And from that vision, you thought to yourself, okay, this is the time for planning. And so you communicated the options that you had because of this vision that you saw. You thought, what are the options? What are my options? And you contemplated this. You may have even prayed, done some sort of meditation. If some of you are a part of like the pagan faith or just different faiths in general, maybe Buddhism, Hinduism, Kabbalism, Judaism, right? I'm a Gnostic Christian, Gnosticism. You saw this opportunity and you said, okay, the physical world, you may have done some sort of what we would call manifestations. Some people like to do like monks, they'll do chants because the word of God is quite literally vibration and energy through the spoken word, through the vibration that comes out, right?
It's outside.
It's outside. Okay. And then the Six of Feathers, it says Ruth the Moabite, you saw the path very clearly. And there is this aspect of you that has balanced your alchemy. So that sort of the light and dark, the duality of your personality, whether you're a man or a woman, there's always a duality. When they say, like, for example, when they say flight and fight, right? People talk about that a lot. That's the two aspects. People that fight are confrontational, right? People that flight, they run away from communication and conversation. They're avoidant because they're flighty. And then you have the confrontational ones, which is the fight ones. They're the ones that want to work things out. They're the ones that are like want to get into it. And we all have those dualities within us. And so this is that representation. Because the only way that you could be successful in whatever it is that your vision was about, maybe this is a business, maybe this is some sort of partnership, some sort of career choice, something came about. Seven of Coins is where you're kind of crossed, and it's because you're trying to grow this project or this idea very slowly. And we have the Queen of Feathers, because you're trying to think logically here. You're trying to make decisions. So you're being what is it? You're being democratic, right? We in America we live in a democracy. What do they call it? They call it the republic, but it's a democracy.
Manifest.
It's a public, or it's a republic, but it's a democracy. Manifest, yeah. This is the manifestation. This is the planning stage. This is getting people's advice, like legal advice, financial advice. This is, you know, potentially talking to a lawyer. Queen of Swords could be a lawyer. This is Abigail the peacemaker. So this is someone, you know, when Jesus said, if you have a conflict with someone, you should go to another and bring another person into the conversation. If you're having an internal conflict about which way to go, what, you know, what to choose, how to manifest this, especially because there is a limit on money. Especially in this economy, the economy has really changed the way that people are able to invest. And so as you are slowly growing this this idea into a full-fledged investment, because the money is what's actually like kind of holding this up, you are still consulting, you're still working towards better ways of maybe manifesting this, or starting this company. Maybe it's a company, this could be some sort of event planning.
Not very.
Not very. What do that mean? What do that mean? Not very. Calm down, listen to your inner voice, reduce anxiety, solitude. So that's what I said, like there is going to be a point where you have to communicate with someone and work with someone, because you can only do so much with solitude. I'll leave that card out. You can only do oh so much with solitude, because solitude isn't going to help you to work with others. Three of coins, to work with others, to build, right? Look, they're working together. This is an entire team of people that have to work together, or else how could they manifest all of this? So all of this is this 10 of coins. This is Genesis 15. Moses was promised the promised land. Moses was promised something by God. If he was able to lead his people, human error is the cause of every bad thing that has happened. Human error. Do we want to look? Yeah, we don't look within ourselves enough. And the reason why is because so many people, we're all out here, including, you could even say that this tarot channel, right? We're all out here trying to solve problems, help each other out, make people aware of this, make people aware of that, save people's lives, all these, you know, ideas that we all have, and helping others. But the truth is, no matter what, just like Abraham, no matter what, you no matter what, you never get somewhere, you never get anywhere. You don't get to the top. You don't become chosen by accident. You actually only get there because of the help of others. So many people that are at the top right now, completely forgotten who got them there. It could have been that one manager at that stupid McDonald's that you got your first job at, that helped you to save money to start your own business. We don't appreciate our beginnings. Like, right? Think about this. This is Genesis. This is Abraham. The promise to Abraham. These are the promises. God has made promises to us. But if we don't take action on those promises, he can't manifest something for us. We have the only ability to manifest for ourselves. God can create miracles, but to what extent is your mind open to miracles? Most people don't even believe in them. Most people call miracles demonic. We have an entire, I believe, lost generation of modern Christians that don't actually take enough
Flame.
Flame? Yeah. A lot of Christians that think they're saved, that could quite literally die by the flames, lake of fire, all because of, when they say, like, it's hard if you're rich or you're wealthy, it's harder to get to heaven. The reason why is because people like that we're talking about, not every rich person, right? But people like that, they completely dismiss all of the hands. And the worst is when, as a Gnostic, we look at Yaldabaoth, the false god, and we think he was created and he had no idea that he had a father, right? He didn't have an idea of who his creator was, so he thought he was the beginning and the end. He thought that he was the master of all things, the creator of everything, the creator even of himself. He had a mother, but he saw that he was his true creator. Based off of the way that in Gnosticism, they teach, or they like transliterate the storyline about Yaldabaoth, it does make me believe that Barbello, which would be the mother, there's some sort of, in the story, I guess what I'm trying to get out, it's really hard to get it out. I'm trying the best way to describe what I'm trying to explain. When
Dress.
So in the beginning, we would look at recognition. And many times when we get to the top, or whatever we think is the top, we've made it, wherever that is for us individually. We don't look back at who gave us the consent to get there, what kinds of miracles happened along the way, who would we have collaborated within the form of consent. Things that don't work out are not working out because we were not given consent to do it in the first place. Sometimes our free will leads us down the wrong path because we don't recognize what came before us. We don't even acknowledge the consent that is being done between you and Father God, you and Mother God. Like the constant connection between Mother Sophia and Christ, her counterpart, which would be the Father of us. That is why
Disagree.
That is why he's one with the Father. He is one with the Father. He is the Word. And Father is the mouth that speaks the word. See, you can debate with spirit too. It's not a crime. So yes, I'm getting all like spaced out about it, but yeah, there's this feeling of needing to really recognize that wherever you're going, this opportunity is meant to be done with including others. And any hesitation of not including others has solely to do with people taking from you, ripping you off, playing games with you, gypping you out of things, treating you unfairly, stealing from you. It's not about saying, oh, don't do this. It's about saying, I need to work on my discernment so I can trust myself. Because what is the problem? Money. How can you get to the 10 of Pentacles from the 7 of Pentacles if you don't work with others?
I can hear you.
Three of Coins. Thank you. So hopefully you can hear me now. Because you need to come out of that solitude state. Maybe solitude is just for you to kind of calm down and collect yourself. Maybe you just need to listen to Holy Spirit, which is that inner voice that's going to direct you towards a positive growth, not a negative growth. That means planning, lining up the right documents. It means structuring things so that you are not just making whimsical decisions, yeses and nos. You need to understand the depths of your yeses and nos. Okay. Let me pull my deck that I already pulled out and started pulling from, which is nice.
Disagree.
You are disagreeing with me today. Then you tell me then. If you disagree with what I'm saying and what I'm actually energetically picking up from these cards, then you tell me exactly what part you disagree with. Okay? Oh, okay, thank you. I got the clarity there. Distilled liquor. This could be a distillery that you're trying to open up. Because that's interesting. Look, he sees the vision and then he's next to this big, like, fire. And a distillery has a lot to do with the slow process of creating liquors and well, it's liquor, yeah, not
I'm in front of you.
not beer. That's a brewery. Can't even say it right. Okay. Yeah, something about distilled liquor, right? Look at the words: strategy, expertise, double-edged sword. There is a double-edged sword here. You want to make sure you do this by yourself. You want to be independent and grow on your own. But that's also what's holding you up. Doing it alone is actually holding you back because there's a fear of working with others on your it's like sending your baby off to school, kindergarten for the first time, or to preschool, and they've never been left without you. And then when you go to pick them up, they're happy at first playing because they're distracted, but then when they see you, they suddenly start bawling their eyes out because they're overwhelmed with the fact that they didn't see you all day. They didn't know when you were coming back. And for a little kid, that's really scary. So it's kind of like, it's almost like that. Okay. What else? Clarify this Ace of Swords. Step forward. See, the Ace of Swords. This is your moment to rise forward. Accelerate. This vision quite literally accelerated your timeline.
Visitor.
You might have to bring someone in to visit, do inspection, and someone to, it would be kind of like, okay, it's basically what we call a starter. So you would have to hire someone who comes in and they give you the framework on the best way to set up the distillery, the best way to the layout, what is a layout that flows versus one that does not. There's a lot that goes into creating businesses. So this person you collective could literally be a starter. You don't even have to have a degree for that. As long as you have some sort of basic business skills, you can get like a certification or just kind of freshen up on that kind of thing. You can just come out with ideas as long as you're researching. Like if you are an expert on a topic, that's a time to make something of that, even if it's on the side. And I think that you've got some sort of vision or download because you do have a level of expertise in whatever that is. You have experience.
I'm following you.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, following people. You might be following someone online, like a YouTube content creator, or someone that is really inspirational, right? Like you could, for example, you might be following like a Gary Vaynerchuk type. It could be him or it could be someone else. But while you were watching this person, listening to what they were saying, you all of a sudden got like this vision, this download, and it was all from the heavens. Like this, whatever this is quite literally meant for you. And it's supposed to change people's lives. And you know what? I'm going to say it like this. And I've gotten this vision multiple times. The step forward is that you are developing something in a time that people will need it because of the cost of things. Things are going to be extremely expensive. And whatever you're manifesting is not going to require the same cost. And because you are needing to be more budget friendly on your project, because of this new vision and this idea, this concept, you're planning wisely, because you are going to end with the 10 of coins. Like this is the money, honey. Like you will be very successful, and whomever you plan to work with, or whomever God kind of guides you to work with, because there's everybody here, if you look closely, is the architects, and they're planning and they're looking at what everybody's doing and how to build this, what's the best way, how is this going to stay up. Everybody's doing their part, and that's what you're going to be coming into. Show me this 3 of grain, because I think that's the most important part of this message. Flirt, seduction, the metaphor of love. This actually might be, you might be working in the future, because right now it seems like you're in solitude, but as you step forward into the scene, accelerate, bring forward, make progress, as you're making progress, you are going to have some sort of love connection that comes into your life. This person may already have architecture experience. They could be a business developer themselves, a concept creator. What? How come? Oh, yep. I think that immediate action, this is going to happen extremely quickly for whomever I'm speaking to. It says flirt and seduction. If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this: my lips to blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss. Someone is going to be your counterpart. And this is where the catalyst, the Bible actually says 2 is better than 1. And the reason why is, if you were all by yourself, like what was that? Like Naked and Afraid? Weren't they like all by themselves trying to individually, whether it was women or men, like they were afraid and naked in the woods? It's great that you can survive on your own, but it is better when you can survive together. 2 is so much better than 1. That is also why the universe was made in pairs. In Gnosticism, we believe that the universe was made in pairs. That's why Christ has a counterpart, and her name is Sophia. And on hate. You will experience a lot of hate. A lot of people that are married and are in business together and are very successful because they know how to separate the business from their personal private life, because they take it very seriously. This is your livelihood we're talking about. This is your legacy. If anything, even better, this is your empire. You are going to find someone. Okay, so any sort of like love troubles that you've had in the past, it's because God was like, no, this one won't stand the time of the test of time. No, pass on, my child. Like, God will put it into other people's hearts. Like, as painful it is, God will put rejection in the hearts of others for your own benefit. Because God knows the prosperity and the blessings that could come in if you're only with the right person, if you're only paired with the right individual. Again, your pairing, for example, it doesn't have to be romantic per se, but here it says the metaphor of love, flirt, and seduction. So that's why this specific reading is about that. But many times these types of situations can be friends and family. Do I think it's good to get in business with a friend? Probably not the best idea, but you never know. Many times people that go into business with, like investors, they end up being friends, like family friends of those people that they work with. It's not uncommon for good quality humans to work together. That's why it's a really big deal when someone cheats on their spouse and it gets out into the business world, and they're like, why would I want to, I've heard multiple men say this, why would I want to work with someone that cheats on their spouse? That person is the closest person to them. They sleep in the same bed. They share secrets together. And you're telling me that you're disloyal to that person, so what are you going to do to me as your business partner? That is the most logical thinking. This is why I say, like, if someone has really cheated on you and harmed you and it was very abusive, sometimes people can change, but it's really rare. That is like not, That's not always the case. It's more likely that the person is going to have more hard time of changing towards you. Maybe they can change towards someone else, but because they have resentment or anger towards you for them to even abuse you in the first place, that's still there. It doesn't go away. Yeah, but this is like an eager, immediate action. Yeah. Okay. Seeking, I can't make this up. Seeking help. Talking, conference, consult. What did I say? You're going to be talking to people. You're going to be consulting with people. These are people. This is a person specifically, because in this, it is just two people. And it's, again, a man and a woman. See, a man and a woman's energy balance is each other out if they are quite literally in their energy, the correct way. The correct way is a vulnerability, a lack of shame. Like, for example, the best metaphor would be Adam and Eve. As soon as they bit of the apple, they saw each other naked, they felt shame. That is a metaphor, right? A metaphor of love. When shame isn't in the middle of a relationship, when there isn't shame and you can express your feelings and you can say, hey, you expressed your feelings and you told me the truth, but it really hurt. That was really painful. Okay, thank you for that confirmation. That was really, really painful. To hear your truth, to hear your honesty. I think that when two people are very raw and real with one another, that's the only reason why you should ever be married to somebody, is when you can keep it so raw and real that it doesn't matter if you said, you really disrespected me last night when we were out. You were saying this, and this, and that person go, oh, I thought I was joking, or I thought this, and you could say, yeah, it wasn't funny at all to me, and this is how it made me feel. And when someone can accept that and then hear you, like, there's a level of this, whatever is coming into your world or something that's around you, there is love around you, a person that's around you that will help you, because they see the future outcome of your ideas. Whatever you're creating, you're sharing with others or sharing with someone.
You can't understand.
I think in the past, thank you for that. I think in the past you have been in situations where there wasn't understanding from others. They could not see your vision. And this other person that's coming into your life will see your vision, and they will help you manifest it. Okay, clarify the 6 of feathers, the 6 of swords. There is a thing about, something about fear. Yeah, I think I was going to say this. Walking away, you need to walk away from the fear, concerns, worry, and risks. Like, this is a risky, right? It's always risky when you're talking about investing into anything. There's a fear here, and that is the thing, that is the only part of this that will make you walk away from this whole thing altogether, is if you allow that fear to drive you. Same thing with this. If you allow the fear to get in your way because you're scared to work with other people or to talk to other people or to even get involved romantically with someone in relation
Rituals.
You're so ritualistic. You're like, it should be like this. Okay, imagine. It should be like this, 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 and this. And when it doesn't go exactly that way, you start freaking out. In your heart, you're like, was I wrong? Did I make the wrong decision? Like, you start like spinning out. And that fear could easily make you walk away from whatever this is. Again, you're man or woman here. I'm just trying to say, like, you're going to be with someone that's going to help you make your dreams come true, manifest your projects and ideas. And these ideas are going to end in 10 of Pentacles. And you're going to have, like, here, there's like a lot of people working. You could quite literally have a large business within, I don't know how many, let's see, within between 3 to 10 years. Your business will be like, your ideas, your business, whatever concept you have going on here, could be educational, it could be anything. But whatever download you got, this will Like literally your business will get up and running pretty big and large by 3 years, and then by the 10th year you will be a very wealthy individual that will be passing down a legacy just like Abraham. Ooh, I'm getting the chills. And see, this person, idealistic lover, passion. You need to have passion with someone. They also need to have passion, because when you're passionate about
Dress.
projects, dress, you might meet this person or meet up with this person and you'll be wearing a dress. There's something about the way that you dress. This could be a woman's fashion line. And because of this card, I want to just say that this fashion line is going to be more modest. This is not a fashion line that is very like it's hypersexualized. This is not one of those fashion lines. You could also be starting a ring company, jewelry line, symbol of love, union, soul connection. And this also is a representation, and it says enchanting love. You are going to end up having some sort of like promise ring, an engagement ring, some sort of union will come together, a contract. You'll have contracts with multiple people for this business. This person is going to make you fall in love with them because of how much they're going to help you. You never felt love like this in your whole life. You don't even know what this love is, actually. You're like, this isn't a peasant, but who is this? You're like looking around, like when you see this person, meet up with this person, whatever it is, encounter this person. Maybe they're already in your life and you just don't even realize that that person is going to end up being this person. But you're going to be looking around like, what? Oh my gosh. What is his name? I want to say Angus, but it's not that. Anyway, it's a British show. It's like the detective guy and then his sidekick, and I forget his name because he's like the butler. So it would be like you looking around and you're talking to the butler like, can you do a background check? Where did this man come from? Where did this woman come from? Is this real? Like someone's gonna have to pinch themselves. Okay, I'm almost done because this is at 36. Count Paris, narcissistic, attractive, noble, sincere. Okay, I want to put this out there. This is what you're afraid of. You're like, Act 1, Scene 3. All of a sudden we got to the third date and now he's a freaking weirdo. No, it's okay. This is, clarify this, Count Paris. Paris. Count Paris. Misunderstanding. See? Misinterpretation, misinformation, ineffective communication. Be very careful about the way we communicate. I'm autistic, so when we communicate with people, they can misunderstand us very easily because a neurotypical person or even someone with ADHD, that's a different type of neurotype than myself, right? So they're going to communicate differently, and if we start becoming defensive before understanding what is actually being said, this is why the Buddha says, taking offense is making offense.
Did.
Oh, he did, yes. The Buddha, yes, he did. He did say that at one point when he was alive long, long ago. Okay. Clarify this clarify the 7 of coins, because that's really what's blocking is the money and the, like, is this gonna grow? Is this even gonna be a thing? What is going on? Forced marriage. Yeah. Loss of freedom, excessive interference. Someone has put you within, like, you're either afraid that you're going to get into a contract of some kind where now like you're forced to make decisions in financial decisions that you're just not really happy with, or you have been forced into some sort of, like, imagine a bully constantly picking on you, but they're interfering with your money. Let's just say it like that. That's the best way to say it. Someone here or something here has been interfering with your finances. It could be an employment. This is a contract with work. It says forced marriage. So again, marriage is okay. A legal marriage in what we now know, right? Federal marriages, or depending on what country you're from, is just a business contract. If people don't look at it that way, you are falling for the delusion. It is a business contract. When you get married in like a religious or spiritual setting, you don't
Run
have
now.
run. Yeah. If you don't write the prenup is a business contract. It is what happens if that business relationship ends. It's quite literally just business. It is wonderful when you love the person and you can trust them and they want to take care of you and they don't want to, they're loyal. That's great. That's amazing. That's what we all want, right? Of all people, I want that too. But this is,
shop.
Yeah, confession of love. Say, I love, ooh. Shop. Yeah, you guys are opening a shop, a clothing store, a jewelry store. Maybe some of you are like therapists, psychologists. You're opening your own business. Maybe you both are therapists and you are love or sex therapists. But you're falling in love. Like there's an enchanting experience here if you allow it. See, sometimes we don't allow those things to happen for us. We interfere. There's a lot of interference for some reason happening right now, but I think that's going to clear up. Is that going to clear up? Clarify the Three of Coins. Determination. Look, do not let go of this. Determination, courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness, firmness. Be very solid on the fact that Three of Pentacles, you are going to elicit the village to come and help you. You are going out in that village, you're going out in society, and you're going to network. You're going to write letters.
It's impossible.
Impossible? Don't let a voice like that tell you that it's impossible. There might be voices around you that say, it's impossible. This is impossible. What do you think you're doing? Don't know. This is my favorite story, is Shakira's story. Shakira was literally told by some freaking record label that she sounded like a dying dog or some crazy ass stuff like that. Who the hell are you to tell her she sounds like a dog that's dying? So what does she do? Instead of giving up and crying in her pillow every day and every night, she got up and she went and took vocal lessons. She got better. Same thing with
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, see? And then she went and found a different label and she sang for them, and now she is literally the #1 Latin artist in the world. And she's very thankful that she didn't just listen to one stupid company or one person telling her she sounded like a freaking dying dog. She said, okay, I'm going to take that as criticism to improve, because my failure is the baseline for my success. So this is... Yeah, this did happen. This is a true story. So I just want to encourage you to be determined and not to give up. Even if at first you fail, even if at first, you feel like, is this ever going to happen? There's people interfering, there's money problems, there's all this stuff going on. It's okay. It's the determination. I'm going to stick. I know exactly what I'm going to do. It's just a matter of when is that going to happen? When is that magic going to just fall? And there it goes, Especially, don't get discouraged if you're slow at first. There's not a lot of business. Or, I promised this company that this was going to happen and it's not, it's not doing what I thought. Well, it will. You just have to be determined, and even if there's little tweaks that you have to make. Last message. Visitor, yeah. Friar Lawrence, wise, trustworthy, caring, and optimistic. There's going to be somebody that helps you. Again, this distilled liquor is here on the bottom. There's going to be someone that helps you, and it's going to be like a friar. Oh, there could also be like a grandparent figure that has passed on, who gave you wise advice. Maybe they also had business.
It's difficult.
Yeah, you could still be mourning the loss of that person. It's very possible. You may never ever get over it, and I would say that's okay because we miss the people that we love. That's it. Like, I'm not here to tell anybody, like, get over it. What a stupid thing to say. Okay, last messages because it's at 45 and I don't want to keep going. There would be no rainbows without sunshine and rain.
Sad.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be really sad. Thank you, Spirit. You could be just kind of somber about this. But I think this is your motivator to really hold that determination, because whomever this is that maybe you miss is someone that, let's imagine them looking over you like an angelic force, and they're watching every step you make, and they're there to catch you in a spiritual sense, like as a reminder, hey, look what I went through in life. Look where I started and what I had to go through to get there, but look at how successful I was. I think that
Graveyard.
yeah, the person is passed on. So whatever this rain is, there is going to be sunshine. Worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do but doesn't get you anywhere. What a beautiful thing. I'm definitely saying watermelons.
Outraged.
Oh, yeah. There will be a lot of people that are outraged by your happiness, by your success, by your determination, your perseverance, your, you know, all of that good stuff. I always hit the darn camera. Darn it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. I really wish you well. I want to see everybody that has, you know, a passion be successful at that passion, right? As long as it's helping people and not, you know, you're not hurting people. I really wish you the best. I think that this is a very nice dream to have. And I think that if you resonate with this message at all, and this is maybe something that you've prayed for, keep praying for it. Because I think that the longer you focus on it in a healthy way, not in an obsessed, toxic way. Yeah. You were hurt for a long time. You've been hurt. You've been in a painful place. Some of you could have been divorced, and now you are going to find somebody finally that really matches with you. Right? Like I said, like someone who likes to debate in a healthy way, communicate in a healthy way. There isn't like this one
Simple.
Yeah, simple love. Love is not really simple. It never was, but there is a simplicity to a mature love, because you know that um they're not gonna start the conversation with, you always do this and you're always like, they're not gonna say that to you if they're really like observing themselves. Yes, maybe you are wrong, right? But you have to talk about it to kind of like come to that conclusion, like, hey, don't treat me like this, or hey, don't do this, I don't like that. Okay, I love you guys. That was great. This energy was very light, and I will hopefully see you next time.